Hello, my dear subscribers and my future subscribers. The Russian girl Natalya is here. Today I'd like to remind you about my previous vlog, which was about state clinic and about my problems with stomach, about long lines to different tests. For example, I told you that I needed two tests, ultrasound and FGS. I still can't memorize this word. I just want to show you a place around here. It's too dirty because it was raining for the whole night, so I just don't know where to walk and don't become as dirty as here. So let's get back to the topic. I told you about ultrasound and figures. And about long lines, I thought that I could wait for a month at least to get there, but I got surprised when I went to the clinic right after May holidays, and I discovered that I can make those tests in a week. So today it's which day is it today? Wait, I forgot. It's Thursday. Today it's Thursday, and I will have my first test. It will be FGS. I didn't eat in the morning. I tried to not drink water. It was difficult. Actually, I took a few sips of water right after waking up, but I think I had enough time between waking up and leaving home, so I hope I won't vomit a lot during that test. Well, and also I could go to a private clinic to have those tests there. I called to one of our private clinics to find out the prices because I never passed those tests somewhere else, and I found out it was pretty expensive. For example, ultrasound price is this one, and FGS price is this one. So let's count how much money I saved just waiting for my turn to go to that test in a state clinic. I think it's a lot. For me, it's a lot. So wish me good luck. Since it's the midday and I didn't have my breakfast yet, I am so hungry, and right after the clinic I'm going to go somewhere to eat. I won't get back home because then I will be late for work, and I just will show you everything around here. Okay, are you ready to watch? Let's go. Do you remember this spot from my previous vlogs? I went to my two students across the road. Now we will go in the opposite direction. This micro-district is called Поселок Чегрес. Поселок means a settlement. Чегрес is Chelyabinsk State District Power Plant. The Soviet government started building it in 1927. So you can imagine how old these buildings are. The oldest buildings are located near the plant, of course, but we won't go there. The backyards are so green and there's a river nearby. The sidewalk here is just awful. It seems it hasn't been repaired since the 90s. There is a driving school and there is a railway behind it. Now a hospital territory is starting. I haven't been here for kinda 10 years and oh my god, look at this terrible condition of the facades. It seems nobody is going to renovate them. Here are different departments of the hospital. A day hospital, the laboratory, the palliative care where terminally ill or sick patients get help, and the departments of purulent surgery. Also, here was a maternity department which had been working since 1932, but it was closed in October 2016 when a new perinatal center was opened pretty far away from here. This is the main hospital of this complex, and I'll have esophagoscopy exactly here. Let's look what it looks inside. Well, my test is done. I posted my face after that on my Telegram channel. You can watch it, you can see it. Also, I made a post about it, how unpleasant that test was. So I won't say more details right now. You can read them on Telegram channel. Also, I just checked my throat because I can feel that it's painful there. I can feel sore throat. I couldn't guess why, so I looked in the mirror and I noticed that it was bleeding. They scratched my throat till blood. Wow. When I passed gastroscopy for the first time in 2017, they didn't do it. But now they did. I don't know how they did it. So if my throat is bleeding, I just can't imagine what's going on inside of me. Who knows, maybe it's bleeding there as well. But okay, of course, I will be fine soon, no doubts. Also, I recalled about another test, colonoscopy. Thanks goodness I don't need it yet, but who knows, maybe I will need this test as well. And actually, I would prefer to go for this test to a private clinic. I would pay 25,000 rubles, but I would prefer to sleep during that test because it's really uncomfortable and it's really painful. Here in our state clinic, they don't make any anesthesia during colonoscopy at all. I passed this test. I had a colonoscopy kinda, well, I didn't remember the year exactly, but I was a teenager and it was too painful. So I shouted and asked to stop. They stopped doing it, and then they wrote that it was impossible to make this test because the patient, right? I'm a patient when I go to a clinic. The patient felt the pain. Of course, I felt the pain. Uh, my mom passed this test. She also had colonoscopy, and she said, "Well, yeah, it was unpleasant, but well, what should I do? If I needed that, I would do such things like going up to a private clinic and paying a lot of money, of course, but at least I would sleep there." Well, now I'm on my way to eat something. I hope it will be fine for me after having such a throat, during, no, not after, but during having such a bleeding throat. But I'm hungry, so let's go. Let's start from this backyard near the bus stop. Right in front of it, here is a nice green space with walkways, young trees, and benches. Before, just thickets were here. This territory has been ennobled just 3 or 2 years ago. You can watch the whole walking video with no cutting on my Boosty page. The link is in the description below the video. This is our river Mias. It looks nice in May and June. Then the water begins to bloom. I hope I called it correctly. Look at the picture. It's water blooming in the Russian language. But what about English? Let me know in the comments below. This bridge is called Leningrad Bridge and it's new. It was closed for renovation in May 2021 and it was opened again in August 2022. Look at that building across the bridge. In Russian we call such narrow and high buildings a candle. Do you have any specific word for such buildings in English? A new bus stop appeared here after the bridge renovation. I'm going to have meal in this pizzeria. I'm gonna choose a roll with chicken, tomatoes, mozzarella, and sauce. And another roll with the same filling but with ham instead of chicken. Now it's time to go to my one and only lesson for today. A pedestrian underpass which looks like in the 90s. I showed it already in one of my vlogs. And this is my bus stop. Okay, I arrived to a neighborhood called Poplar Alley. It began to be built up in the 80s. The buildings here are so colorful in contrast to standard gray Soviet buildings and buildings from the 90s. First, let's drop by a coffee shop.
And now I can go to my student who lives here. By the way, I asked a random girl to take a picture of me, and she took a bunch of nice pictures. Thank you, my dear friends, for watching this vlog. Don't forget to click like and write a comment below. See you next time. Bye.